Barbie Poindexter with Queen Bee Creative. I'm here to talk about PromoRepublic and to do a quick demo. But first I want to show you where I see this tool particularly being useful in your social media strategy. It can do a number of things, and I talk about it in the demo, but I wanted to show the biggest piece of my social media strategy, my client social media strategy, that I use PromoRepublic for. So we're going to circle back to my creative content cake. Remember, this is how I build social media strategy, how social media strategy, the content piece of it is built upon each other. So the first layer is your own content. So whether you produce content like blogs or YouTube videos or podcasts or photos, this is your content. You could also, if you're a retail outlet, this could be sales and promotions. This is the specific content for your business and should form the base of your social media strategy. That's what your audience wants to hear from you, right? What are you doing? What's your business about? So that's your base. The second piece is curated content. And I talk about this in my social media time savers webinar, and I also include the process I use to curate content and use that to enhance your social media presence. So you have your own content, and then you use the curated content of content your audience would be interested in that you didn't create yourself, and you're sharing that content to bolster and enhance and build up this social media strategy. The next piece is sporadic content. So we always want to leave a space in our editorial calendar for things that just happen throughout the day. You're at a networking event, something happens in your business, you take a photo and you post it, something timely. So you want to leave space for that. And that is often the most engaging piece of content because it's not formulative. It's not a perfect image that you've crafted in your graphic design tool. So it definitely has a place in your social media and you should use it. And the last piece, and the reason it's so tiny, is what I call cherry on top content. And this is content that when you're doing all the other layers, it just adds a little something extra special to your content. And that's what we're going to talk about today with PromoRepublic. So these are things I'm not a huge fan of. If you've been to any of my webinars or videos or seen me speak in person before, the motivational quotes, the National Talk Like a Pirate Day, any of those things. However, I do think they have a place in your social media strategy. They just shouldn't be your entire social media strategy. It should be the cherry on top. It should be that little extra something special when you have the other things in place. And it's really important when you're choosing these particular motivational quotes or days to celebrate that they're related to your audience, to yourself, to your business, to your industry, or that you find a way to make it related, that you're just not throwing out there, again, National Talk Like a Pirate Day as an example. So you want to make sure that you are doing all the other things in your social media. And I have tons of training on that all over my social media platforms, my website. But the cherry on top content, in particular, PromoRepublic is a great tool to add this cherry on top content to your social media and also still customize it a bit so that you differentiate yourself from your audience. So I hope you like the demo. Feel free to leave any comments below the video. There's a couple of things about PromoRepublic that are so cool. One of them is it's one of the only platforms I use that can schedule to Google My Business, which is awesome. So here's one of my clients, Google My Business. You can see a lot of my platforms when I use them for demo, you just see my stuff. My Facebook group, my LinkedIn, personal, my business, my Instagram, my Facebook, my personal Twitter. So when you go in, you get to calendar. And so today is social media day, you know that. So it's going to show you some images it's already created for the calendar. It's going to have some of these national days. Then it's going to have some milestones. The snowmobile was invented. Shakespeare's Globe Theater burns down in 1613, right? And then you have some birthdays. Okay, these are great, and if it's relevant to your business, that's fantastic, right? So again, this is cherry on top. So what I want you to, so there's that, and that's a calendar. We're going to come back to that. You've got my content. It actually pulls in other stuff that I've posted. Oh, I'm on her post. Let me just go to my Instagram, for instance, my Twitter. It pulls in the other stuff that I posted. Okay. And then time slots, just like with Buffer, you can create time slots, and they're giving you examples of what they think you should use. I mean, it's nice to have, you know, their thoughts. Then you can go to post ideas. So what's cool about post ideas is if you choose your industry, I choose marketing, you see you've got all kinds of stuff, animated options, stories for Instagram or Facebook stories, right? Articles. I don't know how timely these are. This is not where I curate content, but if you're looking for something, you may find something. It's got a pretty good search. You've got quotes. Again, not big on the quotes, but if you find something that's, you know, relevant to your business or you, and you want to share it, there, it's already designed for you. And then there's a whole bunch of other options, right? There's a whole bunch of other things that you could choose. LinkedIn, greetings, there's so much stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to calendar. Now, one thing that I think is so important is when you use something like this. Now, this you can just create content and schedule content in here, just like the other tools we've looked at. So that's a feature. But the other thing that's cool is you can customize the content. So we're going to go on Tuesday, July 7th, which happens to be my birthday. And you see this Happy Forgiveness Day. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to open the editor. Now, the editor is a full graphic editor that you can use for any social media posts. One thing that, oh, well, first it's going to open, I could just post it, you know, write some content and schedule it, add it to my queue or publish it now or schedule it. But I'm going to go to edit. One thing I always do is it's Forgiveness Day. So then I go over to Google and I Google Forgiveness Day to make sure that it's an actual day and it's that actual day. And I might even click through a few of these to see, you know, if it's global, is it US, how did it start? You know, I'm not big on the days I told you, but there you have it. Now we've got this. Now there's a couple of things that I would recommend. That if you're using it for your brand, that you change it to match your brand. So I could add my logo if I wanted to, right? I could change the color to match my brand, maybe not so much on this one, but another one, right? What I tend to do is I try to change it, just the image in general. So I might just do a different background. Right? So there we go. It's a different background. Well, now I have to move the July 7th because you can't see it. And this is Instagram. So that's good. That works. It's square. I got to move them over so their hands aren't cut off. I would save it. I would download it. And then I could just switch it to Facebook. Now it's a little bigger. I got to move it back over, make sure. Right? And then I would probably move my logo to the corner. And then if I click on use, it's going to go back to the scheduling side. So it's so great. I save one version. So if I go to my, let me save. I might use this, my birthday. I save one, I'll do versions for every platform, and I have a number of graphic editing tools. I'm a graphic designer, and then I go to saved. You'll see I have some other ones that I've used for different things. Here's a good example of another similar webinar. I use the example of National Grilled Cheese Day, and I put my client's logo, and I resized it for Facebook, and I changed to actually match the name of her grilled cheese sandwich. So, and then there's a day that I almost always post about, and I use the same images, and it's Support Your Local Chamber of Commerce Day, which is October 18th. So I usually post the different chambers I've worked with. Then you see how I've taken a post that they have, but I've changed the image and the colors to match my audience. There's another one. Okay, oh, that's 17. Oh, who knows? All right, so that's this tool we're gonna get out of this. It's so great. Yeah, I want to leave. For post ideas, and that's why I say it's for the cherry on top content.